Okay, today we are here in Kuala Lumpur. I'm on the rooftop of my residence, and you can see the well-known twin towers, the Petronas Towers, the Petronas Tower of Kuala Lumpur, and we are here to discuss the third canto of Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran. We have covered the Bhagavad Mahatamya, we have covered the Canto 1. In Bhagavad Mahatamya, we learned the beautiful, so profound knowledge about the glories of Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran, that how by hearing and reading and contemplating on Bhagavad Mahapuran, one can purify one's life to an extent which cannot be imagined. That is why Sri Bhagavad Mahapuran is considered the ripened fruit which has only nectarian sweetness and nothing else. So that is the glories of Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran, and we read about the stories of how Naradji meets Bhakti Devi, how Bhakti Devi in Kali Yuga is in such a miserable condition with her two sons, Gyan and Vairagya, who have become old and lean, and how they get rejuvenated and they regain their youth by hearing the Bhagavad Mahapuran Katha. And the same glories we learn from the story of Gokarn and Dundukari and Dunduli, and also how Parikshit Maharaj heard Bhagavad Mahapuran, and that was in his last 7 days, because the serpent Takshak will come and bite him as per the curse of Shringi Rishi. So Parikshit Maharaj, he is born, and the glorious Bhagavad Katha begins, and Parikshit Maharaj is leaving his body, and that is also the glories of Bhagavad being narrated to him by Shukdev Ji Maharaj. It is not that Parikshit Maharaj could not have fought his misfortune, so-called misfortune, but he chose to sit down on a fast and hear Bhagavad Mahapuran, because that appears to be the will of the Lord. So will of the Lord is the most paramount, everything else is secondary, and that is Bhagavad Mahapuran all about, to align one's desires in accordance with the desires of God. So there cannot be anything more purifying than hearing Bhagavad Mahapuran Katha. And when we read the entire Bhagavad Mahapuran in the last 8 months, when the COVID started, it became such a beautiful ritual for us every night to delve into the sweetness of Bhagavad Mahapuran. And with our little intellect, we attempted to read under the advice of Swami Mukundanand, to whom we pay our obeisances for introducing Bhagavad Mahapuran and Bhagavad Gita in such magnificent manner. And yesterday we did the Canto 1 from Ipoh in Malaysia, and Canto 1 is so amazing with the episodes about Bhishma Pitama, how lying on the bed of arrows he delivers such profound messages. And we learnt about the prayers of Mother Kunti, where she says, what is most important? The most important aspect of life is to be in constant remembrance of the Lord. And if the constant remembrance of the Lord is becoming an impediment, it is good to have distress, because the distress will bring those sentiments. Otherwise, the opulences and the so-called riches, if they make us forget the Lord, then what is the use? So we learned about Mother Kunti's prayers, we read about Bhishma Pitama's messages, we learned about the 24 avatars, the purpose of the Varaha avatar and the Meen avatar and Kachap avatar and Buddha avatar and Shri Krishna's avatar and Sri Ram's avatar, Sri Narsingh avatar, etc. That is another chapter in the Canto 1, and we also came to the end of chapter Canto 1, in which Parikshit Maharaj is encountering the Kali. So Kali is beating the ox, which is the dharma, and the cow, and how, which is the mother earth, and how Kali was challenged by Parikshit Maharaj, and then he was given the shelter. The 4 shelters which were first given to him: the slaughterhouse, the intoxication place, the place of ill repute, and the gambling den were not there in Parikshit Maharaj's kingdom. So Kali was given the wealth, the gold. And then we learnt about how Parikshit Maharaj acted indiscreetly, and he put the death snake on the neck of Shringi Rishi, Shamik Rishi, and his son Shringi Rishi cursed Parikshit Maharaj, and now Parikshit Maharaj is sitting in the hearing of Bhagavad Mahakatha, Mahapuran Katha, and Sri Shukdev Ji Maharaj, Sri Shukdev Goswami is narrating the Bhagavad Katha. And at the end of Canto 1, Parikshit Maharaj has raised the questions: what is the best for the human to do while the person is living, and while the person is on his death, in his last days. So the answer to that, and that is where the Canto 2 begins, is that the remembrance of the Lord is the most important dharma, and no other dharma is in a way required if we are following the Paro Dharma, the greatest dharma, which is the Bhagavad Dharma. Savai punsa paro dharmo yatho bhaktir adokchaje adhaituki apratihata yayatma samprasidati. So remembrance of the Lord, and that is the message of Bhagavad Gita also in chapter 8, shloka number 7. The Lord says, Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu ma manushmar yudhyacha. Arjun, you do your duties to the best of your ability, but remember me all the time, is the message of Shri Krishna, who is the Supreme, and he is giving this instruction to Arjun. So what are the other topics we learn in the Canto 2? So in the Canto 2 we learn about the Virat Swarup of the Lord, that how the Lord himself manifests this entire universe, and a Virat universal form of the Lord is depicted in the universe, and different limbs of the Lord represent the different parts of the creation. That is the topic of the Virat Swarup. And then there are the episodes of the Leela Avatar. The Leela Avatar is the time when Lord appears and he does different pastimes, different Leelas. So in Canto 2 also all the Leela avatars are described. That is the avatar of Varaha, the boar incarnation, when Lord descended to kill Hiranyaksha, and the Narsingh avatar when the Lord descended to kill Hiranyakashipu. The 2 brothers Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu are the Jay and Vijay of the Vaikuntha Lok, the gatekeepers. And then the episode of Ram Avatar when he appears to kill Ravan and Kumbhakarna, and Shri Krishna Avatar when he appears to kill Kans and Dantavakra. Then there is the avatar of Parshuram, how he decimated the Kshatriyas. Then there is the avatar of Kachap and Vara, the Kachap avatar, which is a tortoise avatar. The Lord holds the Mandarachal mountain on his back, and the ocean is churned, and in the Samudra Manthan the nectar is obtained, and then there is such a fight for the nectar, and then the Lord comes as Mohini Avatar, that is another Leela Avatar. So all the different Leela Avatars are also there in the second canto. And in the second canto also we learn about the characteristics of the Bhagavad, the 10 Lakshan, and again the mystery about the creation, that how Lord creates this universe. So the three entities are eternal: Brahm, Jeev and Maya. So creation is the material manifestation of Lord's energy. So when the creation begins, there is nothing material. Everything is, so to say, contained in God's body, and that is the stage of Pralay. But when the creation begins, the Lord manifests His material energy, and how the progressive energy transformation takes place is the process of creation, that the Lord with His glances agitates the Prakriti, which leads to Mahan, which leads to Ahankar, which leads to Panch Tanmatra, which leads to Panch Mahabhut, the space, then the air, then the fire, then the water, and then the earth. So the process of creation is very beautifully described, because when the space is created, a space doesn't have any such qualities as taste or touch or sound or fragrance. But when the air is created, the quality of touch comes about. And when the fire is created, the quality of form is also obtained. And when the water is created, the quality of taste is also manifested. And when the earth is created, the quality of fragrance also appears. So when we look at earth, it has got the quality of the fragrance, the water, quality of taste, the fire, the quality of form, that is the sight, we can see the form, and air, the quality of touch, and the space, the sound can transmit through the space. And then the various plants and animals, etc., they appear, and that is how the creation begins. And there is also the mention of the Lord expanding Himself into the Pratham Purush, Dvitiya Purush and Tritiya Purush, because when the universe begins, the creation begins, the Lord expands into His four forms: Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Vasudev and Aniruddha. And then the first Vishnu, the Mahavishnu, he is manifesting, and the Dvitiya Purush, the Garbhodashai Vishnu, and Tritiya Purush, the Kshirodashai Vishnu. So when the living beings are manifested, the Lord also sits in the heart of every living being in the form of Paramatma. So that's the Tritiya Purush. So the creation story is thus depicted in the third canto, and then we can understand that when we talk about our body-soul mechanism, we have this body, which is the gross body made up of the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air and space. But there are 18 elements which constitute the subtle body, which are the 5 prana: pran, apan, udan, vyan, saman. These are the 5 pranas which is flowing in our body. And there are 5 Gyanendriya, the knowledge senses, which is the sense of the sight, the hearing, the touch, the taste and the smell. Then there are 5 Karmendriyas, the action organs, those senses, the walking, the hands and the feet, the excretory, the reproductive, these are the karmendriya. So 5 pran, 5 karmendriya, 5 gyanendriya, 15 plus man, buddhi and ahankar, mind, intellect and ego. These 18 will constitute the subtle body. So now we can understand that we have the gross body and we have the subtle body, and we also have the causal body, which has the repository of all our past karmas, the stock of karma, the sanchit karma. Now we understand how our body is made up and how this is a part of the entire universe, because the soul is the part of the Lord and the material body is the part of the Lord's material energy Maya, and this entire universe that we see is the manifestation of that material energy. And the Lord is seated in our heart. This knowledge also is very important for us to remember, because when we have this disconnect, when we have forgotten God, then we are thinking about, our body and the material objects. We have lost the big picture. But we should remember from the knowledge in Canto 2 that everything material that we see, it is nothing but the creation of God. This fact must be understood along with the fact that the Lord is residing in our heart. The Bhagavad Gita also says in chapter 10, shloka 20, Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarvabhutasha Isthitah Aham Adirhi Madhyam Cha Bhutanam Ant Eva Cha. The Lord says, I am seated in your heart, Arjun. Again in chapter 15, shloka 15, the Lord says, Sarvatra Chaham Hridi Sannivishto Matta Smritir Gyan Apohanam Cha. Vedaishcha Sarvair Ahameva Vedyo Vedant Kritved Videva Chaham. The Lord says, I am seated in your heart. And in shloka 1861, the Lord says that Ishvaraha Sarvabhutanam Hriddeshe Arjun Tishtati Brahmayan Sarvabhutani Yantrarudhani Mayaya. In all these 3 shlokas, the Lord is telling, I am seated in your heart, but we have become forgetful of that. And that forgetfulness is leading to all confusion, distress, miseries we are suffering from, the Adi Daivik, Adi Bhautik and Adhyatmik miseries. So the reading of Bhagavad Mahapuran is the ultimate recipe to come out from this delusion and the confusion and the miseries. And that's the reason ordinary folks like me have taken up the reading of Bhagavad Mahapuran with the inspiration of Swami Mukundanand and all other divine personalities and the saintly personalities who have blessed us. And we decided to read Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran during the COVID lockdown period, where the movements are restricted. And then when we concluded the entire Bhagavad Mahapuran, we thought, why not do a recap? So that when we do the recap, we learn about the Canto 1, the Canto 2 in very small, brief descriptions. And then we will take up the next canto, which is the Canto 3. So Mahatamya, 6 topics, 6 chapters, Canto 1, 19 chapters, and today we briefly touched upon Canto 2, which is actually a very profound knowledge. The topics are having very much profound philosophy and descriptions, but we made a little attempt. We really enjoyed doing this video for you, and I hope you also liked it. Thank you so much.